What makes a cold call cold? Hey, it's Anthony Iannarino, thesalesblog.com, right here, youtube.com/Iannarino, author of The Only Sales Guide You'll Ever Need, and now The Lost Art of Closing, Winning the 10 Commitments That Drive Sales, on bookshelves August 8th, 2017, and you're going to hear a lot more about that over the coming weeks because I've got a lot of special offers for you. I'm scrolling through YouTube today and I find a video from someone I respect very, very much in the world of sales. And he's talking about how bad it is that you can only get a 2 to 3% acceptance rate for appointments when you're making cold calls. And he's talking terrible about cold calls and what a waste of time it is. And then he gives you a recipe to make cold calls less cold. And I want to clear this up for you because the recommendations that he makes do nothing to make a cold call warmer whatsoever. And let me share some ideas with you. The first thing is research. If you research the company that you're calling, and if you research the individuals inside that company, and you learn about where they are in the world, you learn about who works there, you learn about where they went to school, you start to understand the connections within the company of who knows who, what they do together, and you start to get a total lay of the land so you have some really good idea of who would care about what you sell, what's important to them. You know some personal details. You've looked at them on Facebook. You even went out and looked at them on Instagram, and you know their kids play sports. You know everything that there is for you to know. When you dial the phone, you're making a cold call. That is still a cold call 100%. Your research did nothing to change that. Now, let's say you do a little bit more work, and in this case, you tailor your message specifically for this company. So your company's got these great insights. You've got all these ideas about how to create value for your prospective clients and your clients. And in this case, you tailor it so specifically that you're absolutely certain that this is going to resonate with those stakeholders. You're 100% certain, and you're making a cold call. The person on the other end of that phone is still receiving a cold call from a well-prepared, well-researched salesperson that has a tailored point of view about what they do, and it's specific for them, but it's still a cold call. Let's say that you've worked really hard to email this person to warm up the relationship, and over a couple weeks, you've sent a few emails, you've sent a case study, and you took the time to highlight the parts in the case study that you think are pertinent to what they need to do right now. And you've sent a white paper and you highlighted it and you wrote your notes on there saying just specifically look at this part, you don't need to look at anything else. I've done this reading for you and this is what you should pay attention to. And you know because you've got a software system that tells you that they opened it up, that they read it and they shared it. When you dial them and call them, having well researched their company, having a tailored point of view, and having given them some specific ways that you can create value for them, you're still making a cold call, and the emails that you sent were cold as well. Let's say you even know someone. You have a partner, and they also partner with this company, and the partner gave you specific ideas for John and Jane who work there, and you know how to help them. And you've read their LinkedIn profiles, you've followed them on LinkedIn groups, you've seen what questions they ask, and you've got this nailed, except for you didn't get a referral from your partner. They just gave you the insight because they don't feel comfortable doing a referral right now. When you call, you're making a cold call. Even if you give that vendor's name, you still are making a cold call. Here's the thing. What makes a cold call cold is not the research that you have or haven't done, not your point of view, which you've developed or haven't developed, not your ability to warm it up through emails, and not even knowing something specific that you got through third party that actually knows the people you're calling. What makes your call cold is that the person on the other end is not expecting that call. That's what makes it cold. No matter how much you do, and all of this is great, you want to increase your effectiveness, do the research. You want to increase your effectiveness, figure out how to tailor the point of view for that company and those stakeholders. You want to try to create a sense of being known by sending case studies and white papers. Absolutely helpful when they pick up the phone that they will have seen your name before, but it's no warmer of a call when you've done those things. You're still making a cold call because you're interrupting someone. And let me be clear about this too. When you send an email and they're not expecting the email, it's cold. No matter what you ask for in that email, it's a cold email. When you go to LinkedIn and you connect with them and then you immediately send them an ask, that's a cold email. Even if you do it on another platform, it's still a cold ask because the other person is not expecting a communication from you and that is what makes it cold. So no matter what you're doing, it's already cold. If you need to warm it up for you to feel comfortable picking up the phone, warm it up for you, but it's no warmer for your prospect. Just know that. And if you want the speed to results from the prospecting method that will deliver that better and more certainly than anything else, it's cold calling. I'm Anthony Iannarino. Hit the subscribe button. Listen, you're not going to like everything I say. I get it. Sometimes you're going to be like, man, why does he say that? I hate cold calling. I don't want to do it. Because I'm always going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to ask you to hit the subscribe button. Be with me here because this is every day.